Hi, this is Shop Talk, and I'm Rieta Anwatco Trillo. We'll feature two popular foreign brands in the food and beverage industry to find out more about their local operations and how they're growing their businesses in the country. And we'll start with BonChon Chicken Philippines. With us is their managing director, Scott Tan. Hi, Scott. Thanks for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me here.
You know, I'm sure a lot of Pinoys out there just really want to say thank you to you for bringing this brand to the Philippines, because it already had so many fans even before it reached local shores.
Thank you. I'm really humbled.
I guess you were one of those many fans, and that's why you decided to bring it here, right?
Exactly. I used to, 10 years ago, lived in the United States and would always visit New York just for BonChon. It would always be my first and last destination when I'm there. So when I came back to Manila, I decided I wanted to bring something back with me. And I've always loved food. I've always wanted to be in the food industry. So what perfect way to bring back but BonChon?
Right. Right. And, you know, it is a pretty big brand. It's a big international brand. It's in other Asian nations as well as in North America.
Correct.
What process did you have to undergo in order to be awarded the Philippine franchise for it?
Well, before doing all my background research of BonChon, trying to find out where it originated from, I decided to get in touch with the owner itself. I call him Mr. BonChon. And
not his real name.
Not his real name. And he's actually based in Korea, but most of the time he's also in New York. So I contacted him, sent him my sincere intentions why I wanted to bring BonChon to the Philippines, and even showed him that I was his #1 fan. That's probably why I got the BonChon franchise.
He saw that you had like the passion for the food. And speaking of the food, I always thought that you know, it was Korean-inspired food that was tweaked to a Western palate, but that's wrong, right?
No, it's actually it's a very Korean recipe. Started in Korea, even still up till now, made in Korea. But the reason it got really successful it was because the owner decided to bring it to the United States, New York specifically. And that's where it got famous. People started talking about it, and then that's where I found out about it.
Okay, so BonChon Chicken in the Philippines is slightly different from what's in the U.S. in terms of the setup of the restaurant and in terms of some of the items on the menu.
Correct.
Yeah, tell us how we're a bit different from a BonChon in the States.
Well, when I was training in New York for BonChon, I pretty much got all the ingredients exact. Brought it to Manila, brought it to the Philippines, but I requested if I can tweak or add a little bit more ingredients and menu items for the Philippine palate. And he was open to it because he understands that cultures are different from the United States, Korea, and the Philippines. So he gave me the liberty to create most of our menu, but yet stick to the key ingredients of BonChon, which is the chicken.
Right. So the chicken is the same as you would find in any other BonChon, pretty
exactly.
much. All right. So what are the items that you created especially for the Philippine market?
So this is our the famous original BonChon soy garlic chicken. Aside from that, I created our bulgogi rice, our now famous chapched, which has been used to around Asian BonChon franchise as well.
Oh, okay. So it started in the Philippines, but now it's being used in other countries.
Exactly, even in the United States.
Oh, well done.
And then, of course, during our Lent season, we offered our crispy calamari rice box and our fish taco, which came from my inspiration of a taco truck in New York City.
Right. Okay. And these are like things that are specific to the Philippines.
Exactly.
Right. Again, you know, taking into consideration the cultural differences and whatnot. Now, when you were asking to bring the franchise to the Philippines, were you the only one in the Philippines? Were there other people bidding for it, to your knowledge?
What I was told, I knew there was a lot of inquiries in the Philippines. I guess the reason they picked us because we were more aggressive, we were more sincere, and we really wanted to grow the brand, not just have like a one store and that's it. We want to bring the whole BonChon brand to Asia. And I think we've done that successfully because Philippines being one of the first BonChon outside the United States and Korea, it pretty much built a brand now that new stores in Jakarta, Thailand, are becoming so popular because they hear it from the Philippines.
Nice. Very nice. And what's the feedback that you get from the principal? He must love you.
Well, we're pretty close. Like I said, I call him Mr. BonChon. He just laughs about it. And I try to see him at least once or twice a year just to keep the business relationship open. And he would always just call me randomly just to see how things are, would give me advice, always make sure that the quality is good. And if I have any questions, any problems, he's always open to help me out.
Yeah, that's great. I'm sure it's wonderful to have that support.
Yes, they're very good in terms of support.
Because, you know, not only are you opening franchises that are yours, but you're also franchising to other business people in the Philippines.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So, how many outlets do you have now?
Currently, on our 20th month, we already have 20 stores that are open.
Okay, so averaging a store a month is not so bad.
Not so bad. And we're opening our first outside Metro Manila store, which will be in Davao, and that would also be our first franchise store.
I see. All right. So the first 20 are actually company-owned, meaning
Company-owned
yours.
within Metro Manila, yes.
Right.
And the first provincial would be in Davao.
Okay, so what are the qualities you're looking for in potential franchisees?
I would say someone like me who I can relate to, someone who's very down to earth, someone who's has the initiative to work hard, to be honest, and of course, very articulate when it comes to quality.
Right, okay. And are you allowed to disclose how much a franchise would cost?
For now, we're sorry, we can't yet disclose it, but anyone can feel free to contact us for that information.
Right, of course, and your emails and your websites are there on the screen for us. Now, I'm sure because you started with a passion for BonChon chicken, you have your own personal favorites on the menu. What would those be?
Well, every time I go around and visit stores, I'd always order my favorite, which is a 6-piece wings, spicy, rice, my favorite iced tea, and our new koyo, Korean yogurt, which basically balance off all the taste altogether.
Oh, especially all that heat, right?
Yes.
coming from the meat. Now, again, you know, one of the things about the franchises is people pretty much want the same experience in a restaurant. So, how do you manage to achieve that across so many stores? Plus, now you're going provincial.
Well, my plan is I really want to focus and really stress on our training department and our quality control department, because I believe if once you train a person or your team well, there would be less risk and less problems down the road. And quality department basically just helps everyone in terms of making sure all the food is consistent, everything is in good quality and up to standards to BonChon chicken.
Right. So I'm assuming the sauce is a secret recipe.
Yes, it is.
So do you know what it is, or you don't even know?
Honestly, I just don't know what it is. It comes from Korea. Even Mr. BonChon hasn't even told me what it is.
Oh, okay. So it's a ready-made sauce that comes, and then you just put it all together.
Exactly.
So it really is a secret. It's like a Coca-Cola recipe or, or something. Okay. Because of BonChon chicken's success, a lot of people have tried to copy its concept. How does that make you feel?
Well, I'm touched. I'm very humbled that there's a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs wanting to jumpstart their entrepreneurial skills and opening restaurant concepts. And it challenges me that there are brands there that wants to be like us, and I'm open to that. It just gives me more motivation to work harder, to focus more, and to always be one step ahead.
Right, exactly. And well, that's where you are at the moment, so it's a pretty good place to be. What advice do you have for people starting out the business, or people, maybe not starting their own concept, but people who are interested in taking on a franchise?
Never shortcut. If it's harder, it's harder, but never do shortcuts. That's pretty much what I go by every day.
Right, no shortcuts to success for sure, right? And what are your future plans for BonChon Chicken, aside from opening more stores and your first franchise?
Besides opening more stores, we're planning to franchise out and cover major cities in the whole Philippines. Try to find new partners to work with in terms of helping us open branches as well. And within Metro Manila, we're targeting this year to open around 40 more branches. So hopefully it goes well, and let's hope for the best.
40 more branches. Okay, right. Now I'm being told to try the food.
Yes, please.
Toughest part of this job. What is this?
This is our fish and chips.
Oh, okay, fish and chips, and it's the same sauce that's in the chicken.
It is the
right?
same sauce.
Okay, keep talking about the food.
It's cooked the BonChon style, so it's really crispy because of the technique that Koreans use when they're cooking their chicken. Of course, the sauce, again, comes from Korea, which is the original soy garlic. We also have a spicy version of that one if you're very into spicy foods.
Yeah, I've tried the spicy. It's good, but it's really spicy.
It creeps on you. It's different kind of spicy, but it's really good. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I find that when you have it with the kimchi coleslaw,
Kimchi coleslaw, perfect, because it's a little bit sweet. It balances off the spiciness.
Now, do you do like surprise visits to the branches?
All the time, I do.
Okay.
I randomly pick a store, just go there, and then sit, eat, observe the kitchen, talk to my managers, and see how everything goes. I have to be always constantly updated, so at least I know what's happening, and if there's any problem, I can always tweak it and change it and fix it. Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of fish is this? This is
we're using a dory fish, yes.
Okay. Wonderful. And so these are available all year round, not just during...
all year round, yes.
Easter
it started off as Easter, but because of the warm... Like, people loved it, we just kept it.
Right. On average, have you timed how long a BonChon chicken visit is per guest? Because you move very quickly, because I know here it's sort of like a fast food / casual dining.
Casual dining, yes.
But in the States, it's like a sports bar.
Exactly.
Right?
It's a sit-down restaurant / sports bar. So when I brought it here, I wanted to make sure that all demographic from kids to grandparents would be able to try BonChon. So if I made it into a bar, I restrict a lot of age groups already.
True.
So as a quick service restaurant, I strive to be fast, yet at the same time make sure the quality is fresh, cooked fresh, and served fresh.
Right. Well, it seems you've been succeeding at that, and it's really good you didn't make a sports bar here, because then my kids wouldn't be able to eat the stuff, and they love BonChon chicken.
I know. It's what inspires me when kids eat, and then they just feel so happy, tell their parents, their friends.
You see a lot of that. And as you said, you see all kinds of people at the restaurant, old, young, kids, students. It's really like a great mix. So we are just about out of time. But Scott, thank you for shop talking with us.
Thank you for having me, and it's been fun.
And thank you for bringing the food.
Yeah, it's all yours.
Great. Up next, we'll feature Jamba Juice. So stay tuned. Shop Talk will be right back.